So it talks about one is to be understood in full knowledge, whose every act is devoid of desire for sense gratification. So that's a very high state.
Yes. Yes, Srila Prabhupada is explaining it as knowledge of his perfect knowledge of his constitutional position as eternal servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. About halfway through the purport.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the next sentence describes it as perfection of knowledge. It's a very high level.
And then you're expected to get the perfect knowledge, and that will burn up all the contaminations. So that's also very, very difficult to attain.
Yes, but we can look at the case of a Jamal.
Yeah.
He simply called out his son's name. And so it's described in the 6th canto that the reason why that was sufficient to purify him was because although he had been engaged in sinful activities, he was not willingly being disobedient. He just lost control of his senses. He was previously on the path of devotional service, and he lost control of his senses. But he was reinstated to his position because he had just called out his son's name, who happened to be Narayan. But he called out that name without the 7th offense to the chanting of the holy name, without thinking that it was going to free him of his sinful activities. Of course, we're all hoping for such fortune as a Jamal.
We're all mercy cases.
We heard in a class recently, was it yesterday, how if one comes to know about devotional service, even if he might be still a false, Krishna is... There's also a verse in the 11th canto that says the same, where Krishna is talking to Uddhava, and he says, my devotees, they sometimes fall prey to sense gratification. But he says, they know it's wrong. They know it's not going to give them satisfaction. And they sincerely repent such actions. So therefore Krishna is saying, they're still my devotees. They may fall to sense gratification, but they know it's wrong, and they know it's not going to give them good results, and they repent such actions. So Krishna is excusing devotees on that grounds. So we hope to at least develop this knowledge that our desire for fruitive actions of any kind, our desire to create our own happiness, is not going to produce permanent results. And that's not so easy either, because we have different things that we think will be like our backup, just in case Krishna doesn't do what we want him to do. We might have some money in the bank. Okay, if Krishna doesn't look after me in old age, there's a little bit of money there that will do that. You know, if Krishna doesn't, we're talking about in the classes about holidays. If I get too tired of devotional service, I can go for a holiday for a few days or something. So we have to give up this hope that our own efforts will give us good results. We still may engage in some wrong activities from time to time, but we have to realize that they're not going to give us permanent results. I think that's the key. We have to come to that realization, and then Krishna will help us. We have to sincerely desire to take shelter of Krishna. Whether we succeed or not initially We have to sincerely desire it.
Keep reminding me.
Yeah. We all need to be reminded a lot. All right, and any other comments? Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.